Canada has a very surprisingly rich football history with the CFL, a league that was formed in 1958, has a lot of classic rivalries, a lot of, all-time great NFL players spent a little bit of time in Canada before they got their shot in the NFL. Well, now we are going to give Canada a shot in the NFL with an NFL team, and we are going to be replacing the Minnesota Vikings. I know that might sound a little controversial, but I think it makes a lot of sense, honestly. I thought about doing the AFC, replacing the Jets, but, I just did an AFC franchise series, so now we're going to be doing a NFC franchise series with a new team, the Montreal Mounties. Nice logo right there. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. This team is bad, but it's not bad enough. I'm actually going to go through and slowly start lowering even more overalls. I really think this is something EA needs to focus on for Madden 27. We absolutely need... see some of these guys have X Factor abilities, superstar abilities, so I had to go through and and this is stuff that I can't control in the team builder. I can't get rid of, see if they have superstar or X Factor or what their dev trait is. I can't control their age. I can control their overall, and I thought I had made them low enough, but you get into the game and they're still you still have some players here in the 70s, and that's just not what I want to have here. I want this team to be bad. I want this team to be truly, truly, truly bottom of the barrel. I guess the idea is these are guys who maybe couldn't even make CFL rosters, right? That's kind of my idea here, right? These are guys who, I don't know if the CFL has a practice squad or a taxi squad or anything like that, but these are guys who maybe couldn't even make those. But yet, there's now an NFL team in Canada, and they need players. And we got some. So as we go throughout this season, we will meet some more of these players a little bit more. You see 70 overall. That's way lower than what you'll see with the lower rated teams in Madden in the base game roster. I feel like base game rosters, bad teams, should be this highly rated. There should be teams where the highest overall guy is maybe a 74 overall. These offensive linemen, I eventually went through. I lowered them even more. It's quicker to do here on the game than it is to do in the team builder website, because they don't have a cupcake team option. You don't have an option to have just a bad team. We have it here. I'm going to make it myself then. I'll do it myself. You can play the Thanos meme where he puts on the gauntlet. So now we have multiple linemen here in the 50s. I'll keep going through, lowering these where I need to find to lower them, because I think it just makes the franchise more interesting. The issue with the Titans franchise, I feel, is that we were competing for a Super Bowl year one. Year one, we were competing for a championship. That's just, and you see the Titans, they're not a very good team. Honestly, they should be rated similar to how this team's rated, right? J.C. Latham, he's been terrible at times this year in real life, yet in Madden, he was one of my best linemen. Honestly, he was pretty good for me. Dan Moore, terrible. Was pretty good for me in Titans franchise. So we lowered a lot of these ratings, and I think I got him to a point where highest rated player is going to be our tight end at a 75 overall, or 77 overall fullback. That's our highest rated player. So I had some audio issues, so we're going to have to do this first game an old school way, the way I used to do some commentaries, but going to be a full game for this one, and we'll see what we do for our next episode. Let's take a look at these uniforms really quick here. I think they look pretty nice. And yeah, those are the away uniforms. You'll see our home uniforms next episode, so I'll keep you on that. But I think we have some cool uniforms. I think it's a cool idea. Let's get into game one. Week one of the NFL season closes with Monday Night Football, and it closes with the beginning of potentially a new franchise joining the NFL family. This one comes from north of the border, from Montreal, the Mounties, and they take on the Chicago Bears here on Monday Night Football. This game, no one really knew what to expect of this game. You got Ben Johnson making his debut as the new head coach of the Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams. Then you have this new Mounties team from Canada, north of the border. A lot of players on this team, rejects of the CFL, so no one really knew how this game would go. A lot of people expected the Bears to come out, drop 50. Maybe they'll do that, but early on, 1st and 10, Caleb Williams, second year, throws this one. Quick strike right there to Romo Dunze. Picks up the first down, and the corner room is where a lot of concerns with this team comes from. But first and 10 here. Williams going to be a quick throw out here. A little RPO action. Luther Burden spins one man out right there. And a lot of these guys have just never seen sort of athletes to speed. These are guys who played football in Canada their entire life. These are guys who maybe didn't even play in the NCAA. And you see right there, Caleb Williams taking a deep shot, and receiver could not hold on to the football. 3rd and 9 now. Williams looking, throwing, finding his man right there. That's DJ Moore. And he picks up the first down right there. Bears keep the drive alive. Now come back. 3rd and 6. Williams, shotgun formation from the 28. Navigates, throws this one up for Moore again. Moore, and it's in and out of his hand. I think he did catch it. Could not keep his feet in bounds. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. DJ Moore could not make the play right there, so they would come out for a field goal attempt. This one's up and away. It's good, but there's a flag on the play. It looks like one of the defenders tried to late jump block the kick, Norman Peterson, and that was very late. Hits the kicker, roughing the kicker, and here comes DeAndre Swift with the fresh set of downs, and he picks up 5 yards right there. Now they're going to come back again. This Montreal team blitzed around 75% of the times of their plays was a blitz on defense. They just kept blitzing, and finally there, getting to Caleb Williams, 4th and 11. It's kind of a, psycho defense, if you will, but you know what? If you don't have the best back-end defenders, it kind of feels like instead of just sitting there playing zone, you might as well just send full force pressure, and that time it ends the drive again. So the Bears run a couple more plays, kick a field goal. Now, out would come Alexander Cote, starting quarterback for this team. Strong arm, can't hit the broadside of a barn right there. That one's up, and that's in and out of the hands of the tight end right there. And that was almost a really good completion right there. Now a play action look right here. Quick throw right there to Carlson, backup running back. And that will be a first down. So Cote has a strong arm, can't really hit anything, but here's Deshaun Faulkner, and this guy is very tough to bring down. That is the scouting report on him. Tough guy to bring down. Faulkner again, another run right there. Not the quickest, not the fastest, but definitely one of the toughest guys on this team. Got kicked out of junior hockey, decided to pick up some pads, play some football, and you can see that aggressiveness from him every time he runs this football. Faulkner again picks up the first down. And Faulkner just having a very good first half here again. Another play action. Look, Cote going to throw this one underneath to Karen, and that's going to be 2nd and 2 right there. So nothing too wild except for that first play. Now another play action look here, and Cote going to throw this one, and this is what is on the scouting report. Strong arm, has an arm that can make all the throws, but sometimes he'll let some get away from him right there, and they come back right then again and pick up the first down to Jean-Baptiste. He picks up the first down right there. Now Cote again going to get hit as he throws this one away. And protection was an issue. You got to be quick here. Anything that's longer developing, this Mounties team is likely going to have an issue getting off here. And that one, not where that ball needed to be. That ball needed to be more towards the sideline. Let the receiver shield from the defender. Instead, the defender was able to make a play on that one. Out of bounds goes that one, and 4th and 8 here, and they're going to tie this one up. Field goal, 3-3 to end the first quarter, so not too shabby for the Mounties right there. 2nd and 9, Caleb Williams looking, gets outside the pocket, throws this one to Burden, and Burden is just going to burn this Mounties defense right there, and that's kind of what everyone expected more of with this team. Just the inability to likely have a good back-end defense with these safeties and corners. Cote again going to throw this one, and that one's over the head of the receiver. So now 2nd and 10. Cote again going to throw this one to Faulkner. Faulkner going to fight for a couple yards right there. 3rd and 4 coming up here. And Faulkner doesn't even wear gloves. So that's not for him. He's not made like that. Coat going to find Carlson, and that's a great throw right there from Coat. Able to pick up the first down and a whole lot more right there as they are in field, or they are in position to get some more points on the board. Coat here going to throw this one here, and that had an opportunity to be a really nice pitch and catch. Instead, just a little too far in front of the receiver. So now Coates again going to get hit as he throws, but Karn able to get the football, picks up the first down. Tried leaping over guys. Not sure I would advise that, but 1st and 10 here. Coates again looking on the run. Coates just going to keep this one himself. Keep it. Picks up the first down. Montez Sweat with the tackle right there. And the Mounties are setting up for a really nice drive right here. Now 1st and 10. Going to be another play action look. Lots of play action here. Coat going to throw this one, and that was a touchdown. He just couldn't put it on his man right there. So now Coat going to come back again. Looking. Going to get hit as he throws. Going to find Karen. Karen picks up some yardage. 3rd and 6 coming up now. And Coat again. Shotgun formation. Looking. Drifting back. Going to get hit as he throws. Gets that ball off. Montez Sweat almost getting there for the sack. 4th and 6, and they're going to go for it here. Figuring, what do they have to lose? That would have been short of the first down marker. And instead, it's no points on the board for the Mounties. So, 2nd and 11 here. Williams going to throw this one. I believe that's Loveland. He picks up the first down. Rookie making his first catch here. Now 1st and 10 again. Williams, shotgun formation. Looking, going to get sacked. Almost got out of that one. But instead, still able to get it. The sack right there. Nice stuff from the Mounties defense, who has played surprisingly well. Williams going to go down again. Browning with the sack. And it seems like this Bears offensive line just can't really handle extra men at all, because Williams he did get leveled right there. Him getting rid of that football, able to not have a sack right there, but one of the Mounties would come up hurt right there. Now 3rd and 10. Coat with the football. Looking. Going to take a deep shot here. This one's double covered. He gets it there, but Rodriguez cannot catch up to the football and make a play on it. So they would have to punt. Now 3rd and 3. Shotgun formation. Williams in the gun. Going to get sacked again. And the Mounties figure, you know what? If our DBs can't hold up in coverage, we'll just send a bunch of pressure your way. And it seems to be working, at least right now, despite the fact they're trailing. Down goes Coates again. Montez Sweat said, you can hit my quarterback, I'm going to hit yours. 3rd and 15 coming up now. They go quick hurry up here. Wanting to snap this football off. Maybe they should have taken some time to think about this play. Instead, they go hurry up here. Coat making some adjustments at the line. Gonna snap this football, and then Cook gonna break out of a tackle, and Cook gonna almost pick up the first down. 4th and inches. And the Mounties, they decide to go for it here. Quarterback sneak, pick up the first down, and there they go. Gonna call a timeout, reset some things, and come back again here. 3rd and 6. Coat looking, wants to take a deep shot down the field, and that's gonna be picked off by Jalen Johnson. I get the impetus there. You're out of timeouts, and you want to push the ball down the field, but maybe a check down, try to get out of bounds, maybe would have had time to spike the football, to stop the clock, to kick a field goal, but just a poor decision right there, poor execution. Maybe had another man open somewhere deeper down the field, but that's how the first half of this one would end. But Faulkner, he'd come back second half here, and Faulkner shoves Jalen Johnson off of him. Now it's up to Tyreek Stevenson to stop this touchdown. He does. Faulkner, that's kind of the one issue. Doesn't have that full-on breakaway speed, but he can absolutely shove through guys. Has that just aggressiveness in him that you like to see. 3rd and 7 here. Coat looking. Going to find Faulkner. Again, Faulkner. Going to pick up the first down. Faulkner. Just hard-nosed football. That's the only way to describe Deshaun Faulkner. And I think the Mounties are going to love this guy. Faulkner again tries leaping over a guy. He does not care. Faulkner just does not care. He will run through you, mush through you, ram through you. He doesn't care. He uses his body as a weapon. And Faulkner, again, going to come back again here. Going to try to get forward a little bit more down at the 3. So now going to come back again here. 2nd and goal. Colt going to throw this one to Carlson. He can't hold on to the football. The Mounties, they want to get that first touchdown here. Here's Ben Carlson in the game here, and he's going to be stopped 4th and goal at the 5. What do the Mounties do? Do they kick a field goal? No, they're going to go for this. Play action, look, Colt looking, running around, throws it. That's going to be short. And another drive, another possession that ends in no points because they decided to go for it here. But the Bears are backed up against their own 5 here, so they got to be careful here. Outside run. DeAndre Swift spins it off, but he goes to the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. DeAndre Swift, I don't know what he was doing right there, but he spun off the defender, but he went backwards into the end zone, and Tank Holder was there to hold him down. And that is just not very smart stuff right there from DeAndre Swift. That's 2 points for the Mounties, and here's Carlson. He would get the opportunity to return this one, and Carlson, he has a crease. He gets to the 49. Nice play right there. So out comes the Mounties. Colt would come out, but he would be pulled back to the blue medical tent. He would not come back. So it'd be Patrice Deschamps playing quarterback here the rest of the way. Colt would not return to the game with a concussion. 3rd and 7 now. And Deschamps, if Colt has a mega cannon arm, Deschamps has the opposite of that. That's a nice play, but Karin could not hold on to the football through the contact. It would come up incomplete. 4th and 7. They decide to go for it. Deschamps has a man and then gets sacked. Could not do it. I'm not sure what he's complaining about here. I don't know, maybe he thought there was a penalty flag or something. I don't know. 2nd and 10. Screenplay right here. DeAndre Swift does spin out a defender, but he ends up losing 4 on the play. So these DeAndre Swift kind of wide plays, maybe throw those away, I would say. But then Caleb Williams going to find DJ Moore right there. If you're the Bears fans, you're thinking, where has this been all game? Well, there it is right there. 2nd and 6 now. Caleb Williams again, standing in the shotgun. He's just going to run this one here. DeAndre Swift probably could have blocked that guy, but I guess he decided not to. So not a banner day for DeAndre Swift. Now Williams throws this one on the run, and that's going to be Rome Odunze. Touchdown Bears. And that might be all they need to win this one. Rome Odunze right there getting the touchdown. And just a great throw on the run, too. That's what kind of makes that such an impressive throw from Caleb Williams. So here comes Faulkner. Again, really nice run right there. Picks up 9 on the play. Maybe 9.5. Come back again here. Faulkner. Big run here. Gets past midfield. Really good stuff right there from Faulkner. And the Mounties, they're still in this game. Deschamps throws this one. Going to find Faulkner. Faulkner going to be brought down right there. Picks up the... He was a little slow to get up after that play. It was, the way he's been playing all day. Faulkner again going to get down to the 8. Nice play right there from Faulkner. Just a great run. Now they're going to come back again. Deschamps going to find Carlson, and he's going to try to get into the end zone. Carlson can't get in. 3rd and goal at the 1. Then go hurry up here. Carlson going to get in here. Touchdown, Mounties. Ben Carlson with the touchdown. Bruce Carlson. I've been calling him Ben the entire time, but maybe he has a little bit of a tan right there. I'm not sure about that picture. But nice play right here. Rome Odunze able to come back to that football, catch it. And now the Bears, this is going to be a big drive for the Mounties. They need to get a stop right here, but you see the defense just can't hold up there. Cole Kmet, these guys, they can't hold up in coverage too long. That's why, when the blitzing works, it's great. But when it doesn't work, well, you get the last play. Then you get that play right there where, the blitz did work because Caleb Williams wasn't able to stand in the pocket and deliver a good ball. So the Bears settle for a field goal. So all is not lost for this Mounties team. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They're right back in this thing. Here's Jean-Baptiste, picks up the first down. There we go right there. Nice play for them. Come back now. 2nd and 6. Deschamps going to throw this one to Jean-Baptiste again. Baptiste able to pick up another first down. So 2nd and 10 here. Deschamps again. Shotgun formation, gonna get sacked. 3rd and 19 coming up here. And they got to go fast here. They want to get this thing off. And Deschamps looking. Deschamps going to throw this one here to Rodriguez. He can't hold on to the football. 2-minute warning. And it all comes down to this right here. Can they make something happen? Deschamps looking. Throws this one towards the end zone. Cameron can't get to the football. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Bears would drive down the field, kneel it out, and that's how this one ends. An admirable fight here from the Mounties in their first game as they, lose to the Bears 12-20. Coat very disappointed he couldn't finish the game, but they put up a lot more fight than anyone expected them to. No one knew what to expect of this Mounties team as they lose this one 20-12, going to fall to 0-1. Bears going to start the season 1-0. Coat 11-27, 120 yards, 1 interception. Deschamps 6 for 11, 69 yards. Deshaun Faulkner 17 carries, 138 rushing yards. And then you see Bruce Carlson 4 attempts, only 1 rushing yard, but did have the lone touchdown, the first touchdown of this inaugural Mounties season. And Caleb Williams, a really good game for Caleb Williams when he wasn't getting pressure. That offensive line's going to have to figure something out. Jalen Johnson, 9 tackles and an interception here as the Bears drop off the Mounties in their debut, 20-12. So, don't expect that of every video, but I think I might do a recap like that for one game, and then we do kind of play the moments for a couple more games. So I think that's something we might do. But week 2, we take on the Falcons, Sunday night prime time. I guess the league really wants to showcase their new team north of the border, the Mounties. So I will come back for you with another episode here, probably not too long from now, but let me know what you guys think. If there's anything else I think I need to do here in terms of maybe, has anyone found any ways to, maybe make these games a little more difficult? I felt like we still stuck around with the Bears a little too much with a team that's a 68 overall. I thought that was a little weird, so I might have to go through, make guys even more lowly rated just so we can really feel that struggle of building this team up, because I don't want it to be like competitive and we're like 20 overall lower than like so many teams, but I'll keep looking for ways to try to find to do that so we can have a fun series. So thank you guys for watching this one. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.